The way to know that you are truly healing is when you're self aware. So, the goal is never to heal. The goal, like I briefly talked about in one of my last videos, is to accept. Accept yourself and also be self aware of yourself. Know how to read the room, honey. Know when it's time to get out of the driver's seat and be a passenger princess and be the observer of things, of people, of situations, of yourself, most importantly, because that's the most important part of self-awareness is the self. But if you can't be aware of yourself, you can't be aware of what's going on around you. And you're always going to be on autopilot in that driver's seat. And you're always going to feel like you're healing. And you're always going to feel like, your life has no meaning, no purpose. Because you're not taking the time to just be and to just observe everything around you and observe yourself. A lot of us are too afraid of ourselves to even go that deep, to even be alone long enough to self-reflect and observe yourself, observe your behaviors towards yourself, and to explore how you treat other people. Being aware of other people, being aware of yourself is all tied in with healing. Because when it comes down to healing, I think we look at it as this full-time job, something that we have to keep doing, keep trying to process. But it's really not that. It's really just you growing to become a better person, because if you have big dreams like I do, then you have to be self-aware. By the way, please look at my necklace that I got made. Dose of Destiny is by Shop Verona. I will put her ad on the screen. If you want to take that next level in life, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable with what you're feeling. If that's about yourself, if that's, if you're trying to better your relationship with food, if you're trying to get in the gym, if you're trying to be more mindful not to gossip, if you're taking more time to make sure that you're being more giving and making sure that you're being reciprocated with, just all the things. And I think that if we can be the observer for just a little bit, we'll be able to see all of the ways that we contribute negatively into the world. When you can be the observer, it's easier for you to put out good vibes because you're so aware of yourself. Like you're in your body, basically. You're in your body. You're not overthinking it. You're not trying to be something that you're not. You're not focused on anything else but you, but being aware of yourself and being aware of your surroundings. And honestly, sometimes you might can even drive on the passenger side. Like those little mail cars that drive on the right side, or because I live in America, so we drive on the left side. But sometimes you can drive on the right side, because you're just that good. Because you just understand yourself that well. But the point I was trying to make earlier, if you're trying to get to another level in your life, then you're going to have to be aware of your negative patterns and how you negatively impact the world. And not saying that it's a bad thing, but it is too much of the unawareness going on, so somebody got to do something different. Somebody got to put out some different type of energy to bring a balance to the world, because if we all are sitting here being negative, if we're all sitting here putting out bad vibes into the world, then what do we expect to get back? So that's why, it's not even a full-time job for me. It's just that I know I want to go places. So I'm going to become the person that is meant to be in these places. And it's not even about getting anywhere, being anything. It's just literally about constant growth. And if you love yourself, that should not even be an issue, growing. So because I know sometimes for me, growth it's not linear. It has its ups and downs. I might be growing in this area but still need work in this area. But it's literally okay because I'm aware of that. But like one thing at a time, as it comes up, as I need to, as it's no longer serving me. I've learned the lesson and how I like, and not even learned the lesson because I don't want to make it seem like it's like, healing and becoming self-aware is another form of school or anything like that. But it is, like the learning of self, the learning the lessons of self, the learning to like better yourself. So if you do want to be in different places in your life, do different things, experience different things, you're not going to be able to be the person that you were. So that's why it's important to be self-aware as you're healing. That's the only way that you know you're truly healing is if you're self-aware. That's how I know people are actually healing, when they're self-aware, because you will be mindful about everything, and not even because it's something that you're actively doing, it's just something that you truly embody, which makes it less work, because this is just who you are at the core. Like, this is who you are. Just like it's easy to embody the negative effects unconsciously, it's possible to embody the more positive impacts that you can make on the world and on yourself unconsciously, because it's literally just who you are. It's what you've practiced to embody. So now it just comes naturally, and it doesn't feel like too much work to try to, or to be this next version of yourself. I saw a video where this girl was like, girl, just be yourself, like, we're sick of healing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, girl, healing literally never stops if you continuously want to grow. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I feel like people think that healing is just like this job that you have to do. Like, it's, oh, I gotta sit down at 8 o'clock and write in my journal. It's not even about all of that. All of those are great rituals and practices that I use on myself. But like, it's not even about that. It's just so much more. It's more than just manifestation. It's about unlearning and getting back to who you were when you first got here. But then you got conditioned to think a certain way, to be a certain way, and all of that got taken away. And it's just literally unlearning the things that you've learned. It's not even nothing that you have to think so deeply about. It's not even anything that you should be worrying about, honestly. Because at the end of the day, if you're being self-aware, you're healing. If you are being mindful of how you treat others, if you're being mindful about how you treat yourself, because a lot of people will speak negatively about themselves. You're speaking negatively to yourself in the mirror, saying you're this or that, saying you're ugly, saying you're fat, or whatever you say about yourself. Looking at your pictures in disgust. Can't seem to get a good picture because you don't think that you're beautiful, but everybody around you sees your beauty except you. What kind of, like, what's the point in being beautiful? If everybody else can see it but you, because your beauty is for you. You should look in the mirror and love yourself. And that's coming from somebody who never loved themselves. I'm not saying, it's this easy thing, and this is, like, it's not easy to do any of this. It's not, but it's so worth it. And like I said, once you've had like enough practice, really, it gets easier and easier. You start feeling like you start feeling less like it's a second job and more so like it's a hobby almost, and kind of like you just keep getting better and better. You'll start to see the reflection of the work that you've done in your reality. Like, y'all, maybe 3 years ago I could barely pay my rent, and it's like, I prayed for different things in my life, and I didn't have great people around me. I didn't have, just a lot of things that upgraded in my life that I am so proud of, because I know that it reflects who I am on the inside and how I feel on the inside. Yeah, it takes a little minute for everything to like come together in your like physical reality, but it does come. It does come. You just have to trust that. So be self-aware. Stop healing. Just stop healing. Just become more self-aware. And I guarantee you, you're going to find so much more joy and peace and happiness in life than you ever have before. Just be self-aware. Notice how you're negatively impacting yourself, because that is going right back out into the world. You're negatively impacting yourself. You're negatively impacting people. You know, and I know it's tough to hear, but I've been in a place where I was negatively impacting myself. Therefore, I was negatively impacting other people. And on my journey of self-awareness, healing, whatever you want to call it, I've learned to unlearn the patterns that got me to that place. I'm still unlearning those patterns that got me to that place. I just want to share it with y'all. So, if you want to work with me, I have one-time guidance calls. If you just want to like vent for a second, 30 minutes to an hour, and I give you some type of intuitive guidance that will help you get over whatever hump you're experiencing. This is for the people who are actively self-aware, who are working towards becoming more self-aware, and you're just trying to get over a hump, trying to get over something that you just can't necessarily see within yourself, because sometimes it's hard. Like, sometimes you do need someone to tell you, like, because other people can see what you don't see sometimes. So I'll give you intuitive guidance on how you can get over that hump. And I also have 6 and 12 week programs, coaching programs, one-on-one, if you want to work with me every single day. And we're going to really get to the root of a lot of things, really get you started on your healing journey, basically. And that'll be a 6 to 12 week program that's completely tailored to you. It's not something that I just have on paper and I'm doing it with everybody. I literally meet with you, see if we're a good fit, and then it just comes to me as we go. And you're going to be, if you are in the space to receive the guidance that I'm giving you, then you're going to see a major change in your life. There's been plenty of people whose lives have been changed. And I'm just so grateful to be that vessel for everybody that I've helped, and I hope to be the vessel for you. So with that being said, if you want to work with me, my email and my Instagram will be in my description box. Follow me on Instagram. I see y'all looking at my page, but y'all not following, so go ahead and follow the page. It's not even gonna be like I'm revamping my whole life at this point, so just stay tuned, because I really have some exciting things that I want to bring to my Instagram. So yeah, I pray that you guys receive this message well, and I pray that you have the most amazing day ever, and I will see you tomorrow.